If you've ever wondered why the Israelis assassinate, kill, arrest, abduct and disappear Palestinian journalists, target their families, people we've known for a long time that have got news to us, literally pushed stuff into our inbox so that we could immediately put it out and spread it across the world, it's because the Israelis don't want this news. They don't want the genocide to be broadcast. If you are waiting for a press release or you're waiting for a statement from a UN official or even the UNICEF chief, then what you will do is wait until the massacre takes place. What we are trying to do is to preempt and give you the information you need to know that a massacre will take place. We aren't waiting for a massacre to have already happened before we tell you. We are trying to tell you before it's happened, so it isn't retroactive, so that you're forearmed. But our news may not come from the sort of news sources that you're used to. But those news sources are gone. The Palestinian people that were providing news outlets, media organizations with the information they needed, the real-time footage that we've all relied on, is no longer available. So we need to sometimes rely on speculation, on guesswork, and evidence that's been done outside of the usual forum. So there are things that you need to know. The Netzarim corridor, which is officially the division of North Gaza to the central and southern regions of Gaza. So we now have just north and south. It will eventually become North Netzarim and South Netzarim. There will be no indication that it was Gaza at any time, apart from what we know and remember. The Gaza death port, which was never a humanitarian aid port, is the second thing that you need to keep an eye on. From there, once they have built the pier, no aid will come in, but American ships, naval ships, carrying mercenaries, armed mercenaries, and machinery and equipment to build the Israeli new waterfront properties will arrive on these ships. The ships going out will be taking Palestinians into permanent exile. They'll probably end up in the ocean. The third thing we need you to keep an eye out for is the Philadelphia corridor. This divides Gaza with Egypt. Once the tanks take over and surround this part of Rafah, they will push the Palestinians up towards Deir al-Balah, which used to be central Palestine, still is in our minds. But when they get to Deir al-Balah, there will be a full-scale massacre. It's a trap. So Palestinians, the 1.4 million Palestinians that are residing in Rafah, will be pushed out of Rafah. Rafah border will close. If you're running a campaign to get children's toys through Rafah, please stop. It's pointless. If you're running a campaign to get banned items that the Israelis will never let in through Rafah, you are wasting your time. You are allowing Gaza to be taken over while you are working on these campaigns that are going to go nowhere. When Rafah is closed, the only point of access in and out of Gaza will be what we've called the Gaza death port. This will be where Palestinians are forced onto the pier and on board ships. There won't be enough ships. You can't get 2.3 million people on board 20 or 30 ships. So a lot will be massacred. Many will end up in the sea. Those that go may never reach a destination. It's vitally important that you focus on the Netzarim corridor, the Philadelphia corridor between Gaza and Egypt, which pushes Egypt out of the picture. It's likely that people in Rafah will naturally flock to where the World Central Kitchen was operating. This will be a trap, nothing more. There is nothing for the Palestinians in this former headquarters for the World Central Kitchen any longer. Anything there will be used to justify shooting and killing and maiming. Please keep your eye on these three things.